What is Chevron deference? Imagine a scenario where a government agency creates a rule that affects how a law is interpreted. Now, what happens if that rule is challenged in court? This is where Chevron deference comes into play. Chevron deference is a legal principle that originated from a United States Supreme Court case in 1980 called Chevron USA, Incorporated v. Natural Resources Defense Council, Incorporated. The principle states that, when a law is ambiguous, courts should defer to the interpretation of the agency responsible for enforcing that law, as long as the agency's interpretation is reasonable. To break this down further, there are two main steps involved in applying Chevron deference. First, a court must determine whether the law in question is ambiguous. If the law is clear, then the court will apply its own interpretation. However, if the law is found to be ambiguous, the second step requires the court to evaluate whether the agency's interpretation is reasonable. If it is, then the court will uphold the agency's interpretation. This principle is significant because it allows agencies to have some flexibility in how they interpret laws, which can be particularly important in complex regulatory environments. It also recognizes that agencies often have specialized knowledge and expertise in their respective fields, which can inform their interpretations. However, Chevron deference has been a topic of debate. Critics argue that it gives too much power to agencies, potentially leading to overreach. Supporters contend that it is necessary for effective governance, as it allows agencies to adapt to changing circumstances and to implement laws in a practical manner. In summary, Chevron deference plays a vital role in the relationship between legislative intent, agency interpretation, and judicial review, shaping how laws are applied in the United States.